Let us start with the most significant detrimental biofilms, that is the clinical biofilms. Many pathogens are capable of forming infections in human beings due to their ability to form these structured biofilms on either our tissues or on implants. Many life-threatening diseases can be caused because of biofilm complications, like for example, cystic fibrosis that is caused as a complication by Pseudomonas. Other infections that could be life-threatening could be the infections caused like endocarditis and prostatitis. Pathogenic microorganisms can also cause infections like those caused due to otitis media or the oral biofilms leading to tooth decay. Almost 65% of nosocomial infections have been identified as those caused by biofilms. One of the most critical forms of biofilms are those formed on implants. It has been observed that biofilm based infections can happen on implants listed here. We can have biofilms formed on contact lenses, biofilm formed on different types of catheters like the central venous catheters, urinary catheters, or the peritoneal dialysis catheters. Biofilms have also been observed on mechanical heart valves, cerebrospinal fluid shunts, and also in voice prosthesis. The pictures here are of biofilms formed on orthopedic implant and biofilms formed on breast implants. It is very popular now to have silicone based implants as cosmetic surgery, but one should know that many of these can be infected with biofilm forming bacteria, and these kind of implants, even the orthopedic implants, there is no other option but to remove these implants when they get infected by biofilm forming bacteria. Biofilms can also be caused on cardiac pacemakers, intrauterine devices, and also on biliary stents. Again, here also, if biofilms are formed and they cannot be treated effectively, there is no other option but to operate the patient again and remove these implants. So, what are the organisms that can cause these life-threatening implant-based infections? Here is a list of the microorganisms that can cause these infections, and you will realize that this list is fairly exhaustive. Organisms like Streptococcus epidermidis, coagulase negative Staphylococci, Staphylococcus aureus, Enterococci, E. coli, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Candida albicans, Pseudomonas acne, Klebsiella species, bacteroids, Fusobacterium, Aeromonas, Proteus, and Enterobacter can cause implant-based infections. The most notorious amongst these are Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Staphylococcus aureus. Infections caused by these organisms, including also Klebsiella for that matter, have been really found to be very, very dangerous. It has been found that microorganisms on these implants can increase in fairly high numbers. These organisms can communicate more effectively, lead to more amount of antibiotic resistance, and also these microorganisms can amplify their virulence when they are in these biofilm structures. Dispersion of microorganisms from the implant surface can also lead to secondary manifestations of the infection. Sometimes it has been observed that biofilms formed by gram-negative bacteria can disperse and lead to endotoxicity. Biofilms caused by these pathogenic microorganisms can lead to many serious consequences apart from endotoxicity, as I just mentioned. Biofilm bacteria in pathogenic situations can lead to increased virulence, transfer of virulence properties, because these organisms are very much in close proximity to one another. This will lead to the transfer of, say, resistance to antibiotic from one organism to the other. This can be one of the causes of development of resistance to antimicrobials. Exchange of genes amongst microorganisms in the biofilms can also lead to increased virulence and therefore more and more difficulty in treating the biofilm. After talking about clinical biofilms, we will now talk about other detrimental biofilms. Same as human diseases are caused by biofilm forming bacteria, plant diseases also can be caused by biofilm forming bacteria. Plant pathogens like Pseudomonas fluorescens, Erwinia amylovora, Xanthomonas campestris, Agrobacterium tumefaciens have been found to form biofilms on the surface of the plants. Biofouling is another detrimental effect of microbial biofilms. Biofouling of food processing units has been one of the cause of disease spread amongst people who consumed food manufactured in these processing units. Biofilms formed by E. coli 0157H7 in drinking water systems has led to epidemics in certain areas. Another example of biofouling leading to public health issues is the episode of legionellosis caused by Legionella pneumophila in one of the hotels in Atlanta, where 7 people died because of this infection. The disease spread through aerosols generated by cooling towers, showers, fountains, etc. that harbored the biofilm containing Legionella. Biofouling can also happen in marine environments when the microorganisms forming biofilms can lead to the ship hulls getting deteriorated, or also in petroleum units in offshore platforms where the biofilms clog the pipelines and impede the flow in the filters and the orifices. Biofouling can also happen because of the growth of microorganisms on pipelines, which can lead to corrosion, especially in environments containing organic growth substrates like sulfur.